Shit, fuck it.
All right. The year 2026. We are on the brink of World War III. Dun, dun, dun. Dude, imagine the people that grew up when people were calling it World War One.
Oh my God.
They're like, one?
What is that?
You mean there's a two? No, I'm sure they didn't call it World War One.
It's a world war.
I think they called it the Great War.
The Great War?
At first. Then they had World War II, and they were like, all right, that was World War
You want
One.
me to look that up to see what it was called?
I think I'm right.
Yeah, because I think that's the, what's that generation called? The Great Generation?
The Greatest Generation.
During the conflict itself, people didn't call it World War One because they didn't yet know there would be a second one. Instead, the names reflected the unprecedented scale and the hope that it would be the final conflict of its kind.
So what do they call it?
The Great War.
Yeah, the Great War.
Number 2, the war that ends all wars. Number 3, the World War. Number 4, the European War.
All right, so going back to it. Currently, we are at what seems the finale of
the final countdown. No,
the final countdown. We're at what looks like to be Armageddon, or very close. One tiny move could start off a chain reaction, just like it has in World War One, World War II, but they don't have the same technology that they had. Just like Einstein said, I don't know how World War III is going to
pan out.
Hold on. Oh, I don't know how World War III is going to finish. I'm saying it wrong. I know you. Look, I don't know how it's going to finish, but I just know World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you know about these two guys in 1997? They talked about the generations, right?
Okay.
And
in 97?
Yeah. And they wrote a book about this. It's called The Fourth
So
Turning.
they're millennials.
No, they were older already, but they wrote the book in 1997.
Okay.
And they were actually pretty much describing how this time is going to be, because their thing is something called centennial, right? Mm-hmm. Their thing is 80, 90 years. There's a form of events that happen in chronological order. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because it's the same things that we've talked about before. The whole thing about strong men make easy times makes weak men make hard times make strong men again.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This thing, the fourth turning, supposedly we are on the last part of the strong men are here. We made the easy times.
So what are we today, right now? April 2026.
We're about to start over again, the cycle.
So we're at the weak men part?
We're at the weak men part, and we created all this catastrophe, which is a hard time.
So the hard times are coming.
Yeah. And we're about, like how you said, World War IV is going to be like sticks and stones. We're going to be over there throwing spears at each other. Is a possibility, because like, what are all the movies showing, bro, about apocalyptic times? There's no more law. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't use money to buy anything. You know, it's all about survival. Grab a city that doesn't have any way of getting food for 7 days. See what happens.
Yeah. And we saw that happen in COVID. People went crazy over toilet paper.
We're closed, bro.
Toilet paper.
And what else? Hand
sanitizer. Toilet paper.
Oh, this is crazy, dog.
Masks. Okay. All right. So what exactly is going on? Like, for example, we take a look at the Great War, right? Or whatever other iteration.
Why did it start?
Why did it start? Supposedly, it's because someone shot Archduke Ferdinand. I probably said that wrong. Archduke.
Okay.
Archduke.
I've never heard of this, but yeah.
He's from Turkey.
Oh.
Someone shot him, and that set off an event, a chain of events that eventually led to a worldwide conflict. Mm-hmm. You know, in part. I'm sure there's other things that happen, just like anything else. So right now, where are we sitting? We're sitting with the United States and Israel going up against Iran. What's going on right now is Iran seems to have the upper hand on both of these superpowers. Number one and number two in the world. I don't know who's number one. I don't know who's number two. It's up to you to decide. But it's been how long now since they've closed off the Strait of Hormuz?
It's been like a couple weeks, right?
It's been at least 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And the current leadership in the United States.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw Donald Trump cuss before this time that he said, "Open the strait, bastards"?
Oh, no. He's cussed before.
He's cussed before, like that?
2016, yeah, like that.
Like coming out to like tweeting stuff? I've always thought he was like I was even starting to forget of all the bad stuff he said in the past because he's always so very, he chooses his words wisely because of course he's trying to win. But it seemed like he was frustrated when he sent that out.
He's absolutely frustrated because look at what happened before now. Let's take a look at January of 2026. What happened to Venezuela?
Mm-hmm.
Literally went, okay, this was supposed to be what would have happened in a logical world on what we thought it was. Supposedly Venezuela had Iran backing them, Russia backing them, China backing them. They said, if you do anything to them, you're going to start World War III with these other superpowers that you don't want to mess with. I mean, you're messing with Russia, who has 1,000 more nukes than the US has. What actually happened? They went in there, they took the dictator president, and nothing happened. They took it in one night with no repercussions. Nobody said anything about it. Okay, so he has that track record. His ego has been inflated. I just went into a country, I took their leader, and now that's my territory. Simple as that. He went into, they probably had some military operations in Mexico with Mencho, who they took out. That's the CIA. That's, again, I'm going to take credit for it. I did that. That's another country I got. They've been meddling in, I think they did some sort of peace deal with Pakistan and India, avoided a war there. That's what they've been saying.
And it also seems like Trump is trying to piss other people off, too, because of Greenland. He's trying to piss off NATO.
That's right.
All this shit is going on, and he's just like one after the other. I'm coming after you next, motherfucker. Like,
and the thing about it is, it's been working. Like literally, it's like,
well, do you think it's working?
Yes,
or
it has been.
You know what's crazy? I heard this today. Somebody was saying that this is all part of the plan. Donald Trump is trying to, okay, we're gonna go to war and we're gonna end up losing, but we're gonna end up becoming like the superpower that everybody depends on when it comes down to oil.
Well, the U.S. is the highest producer of oil in the world. Most people have it thought that it's, Saudi Arabia, Qatar.
Yeah.
It's not. It's simply the cheapest.
Oh, okay. And we have reserve, right? Like
it has the by far, the U.S. has the biggest reserves of oil available.
Okay.
Backstock or whatever they call it. It's not backstock. It's something else. But oil reserves. The U.S. has billions of oil reserves. The only issue with it is being the way that the U.S. works in getting the cheapest things, it has to come from someone else, like the video we saw. Someone has to suffer. We have to get it for cheap so we can make some profit.
They have to exploit somebody's
We
resources.
have to get it at wholesale so we can make some profit.
Yeah, so we can make some profit.
So we can survive on the oil here, but we can't do it financially. It's going to cost a lot to move around, which it is right now. It's at $4.
It's like $3.59, I think.
Everything.
Like
so that's been his experience since January of this year. All of this has happened in the first 4 years of 2026. So his track record is, I say something, it gets done. Venezuela, Mexico, Greenland, no one's stopping me. How easy is it going to be to supposedly take down these people that are in the desert that we've defeated everyone else. Iraq, we took it over, Afghanistan. What's another one? What's another one? Actually, I forgot the biggest thing. He killed the leader. He killed the leader of Iran. Last year, 2025, around October, they supposedly sent B-2 bombers for highly penetrating missiles to take out the supposed weapons of mass destruction, and that was it. Fuck, it's that easy? You just fly over there and bomb it and it's over? Little did the
They
U.S.
did
know.
go to Venezuela and they grabbed the president of Venezuela, and he's here.
Yeah, he's in New York. He was just in New York with Tekashi 6ix9ine
And P. Diddy.
and Diddy. They're in the same
And I
cell.
think the Chapo's there too, right? They're all chilling. Like,
I think so, bro. I think they're all chilling. So if y'all are watching, bro, like we appreciate that. Shout out Diddy. I can scratch that.
no Diddy.
No Diddy. So okay. So his ego's inflated. This is a guy that I did this, I did that. If this happened, it's because I did it. That's bad. That's fake news. It's all fake news. I'm the best news. So it's like it's this character. It's this fucking character, right?
The best.
I'm the best news. I created the news.
All right, bro.
Okay. So anyways, what little did they know, Iran is a country of highly fanatical people that believe in their beliefs. Whatever. I'm not versed in the Islamist world. I don't know anything about it, but what I do know is their followers are very devout.
Yeah.
So this is a country. This is a country that I mean, the president or whatever he was like a religious leader. What was his name?
Moose.
No. I'm a little drunk, guys. I usually know it.
I'll look it up.
But anyways, he supposedly went in there, killed him, no problems. It's just like he did Maduro. We got rid of him. That's what we do. That's the U.S. greatest military in the world. He was their religious leaders, but what they didn't know is that they've been preparing for this war.
Okay, the first president. Okay, no.
Just put religious leader killed Iran.
Because yeah, it's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
That's him. And then his son.
His son was next. Well, right now, okay, hold on.
So the Ayatollah is like their religious leader.
The Ayatollah.
Mm-hmm. So
Man,
Khamenei.
The Ayatollah, like what? Like they believe in God or
No, Allah.
Also, they're like Islamic.
Yeah.
All right. So
they're the Islamic Republic of.
But there's different.
Absolutely.
Like some of them believe in peace and loving everybody, and they're very humble. And then you got the dudes that they're like, you don't deserve to live here or to live because Allah said that you're disobeying. Or
well, I think most of these religions always are rooted in peace. In peace, because there's a higher being. This higher being, like, is not of this realm. And the only way to get to him is through living a positive life. Now, can it be corrupted by individuals trying to take advantage of a system and control?
No.
It's happened. No. It's happened there. It's happened in Christianity. It's happened in Catholicism, Judaism, and everywhere else. It's just human nature. It's always been about control. It's always going to be about control.
Let's talk about BB.
Hold on.
I'm kidding.
Let's finish off.
I'm kidding.
Let's finish off the Iran.
All right.
So what the U.S. didn't know, they thought this was going to be another Venezuela. Just go in there, take out the leader. It falls apart. However, their form of government isn't centralized. They have fail-safes. If the Ayatollah is gone, his son is in place. If his son is out, they're on another path. And the whole geography of Iran is very mountainous. Just like Afghanistan, Iraq, it's never been conquered. The Russians tried it, the U.S. tried it. It was basically like, occupation, but they didn't do anything. They're supposed to get rid of these people that live in the desert. They don't have any technology. They're uneducated, supposedly, and they were able to fend off against the greatest nation ever. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but
it doesn't.
So what do they have? They've dug deep trenches or storage facilities throughout the whole country, which is very, very large. It's about half of the United States in size. All of their missiles are way, way, way deep underground in different positions. They have the drone that they created. I forgot what it's called, but the U.S. copied it, China copied it, Russia copied it. So it's like Iran-made drone. It's got a specific name, and this one drone cost around $50,000 to $100,000 that can take down a $200 million Tomahawk missile.
The Shahed?
Yep.
This is the most famous model. It is a loitering munition with a delta wing shape. Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So they made that. So that is costing us taxpayers because everything that they shoot is costing money. So it's like this missile costs $2 million to launch, and it'll do this, but all they're spending is $50,000 per drone for each of the 2 million that are coming in. So eventually, your economy is going to fall. You can't continue that spending. So
Yeah,
that's how
I think so. Like I think Russia, Iran, even Israel, China. I think they all have a limit or capacity to make so many amount of missiles.
Yeah.
And I think Russia's up there.
What do you mean with like nuclear warheads?
Well, not nuclear warheads, but like
Or just in general?
in general, like missiles. Like,
well, what exactly is the Geneva Convention?
it's a pact. Yeah, it's a pact that everybody has to follow.
Because that kind of controls like
it's an agreement.
War crimes. What you can stockpile, what you can make. Because Iran, the whole thing about it is, and now we're going back to your original question that you had 3 minutes ago. Bibi, Bibi since the 90s has been. Iran is 2 weeks away from having nuclear weapons. 10 years later, they're 2 weeks away. 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, today.
Didn't it turn out that they have nuclear weapons? Israel has nuclear weapons.
Look up the USS Liberty incident, and that'll give you your answer on why you can't ask that.
What?
Read that, please.
All right. It's taking a minute. All right. The USS Liberty incident is one of the most controversial events in the history of the U.S.-Israel relations, because okay, wait a second. What happened? On June 8th, 1967, during the Six-Day War, Israel launched an air and sea attack on the USS Liberty, a U.S. Navy technical research ship, a spy ship that was monitoring the conflict from international waters off the coast of Sinai Peninsula. The attack, Israeli fighter jets strafed the ship with 30mm cannons, rockets, and napalm. This was followed by a torpedo boat attack. This was in 1967, bro.
This wasn't a.
Nah, it was all the way.
This was an all-out assault of hours. This was
34 Americans were killed and 171 were wounded, a 70% casualty rate. The ship was nearly sunk but managed to stay afloat.
Okay, now let's put this into perspective when it comes to the response.
What?
There have
mistaken identity.
So there have been two nations that have dared to attack the United States. One,
Japan.
Israel. The second, second,
Japan.
What happened to Japan?
They got nuked.
What happened to Israel?
Nothing.
Look, I'm not saying anything, but I didn't say anything. I didn't. You may have thought it.
The information is there. Look up the USS Liberty. Honestly, that is crazy.
Look up Pearl Harbor. Look at the response. Look up this. What's the response? I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I didn't.
Man, hey.
We're not done.
I know, but I want everybody to see. Hey.
So, okay. All right. So what else has Iran done to combat the biggest superpowers in the world? They've choked the supply chain of energy in the world. The Strait of Hormuz.
The Strait of Hormuz.
Right. And that's on, I think it's international waters, right? But it's right there. In the same way that, Trump, the leader of the U.S., decided to rename a certain Gulf just to kind of test the waters.
Gulf of America?
Gulf of America, just test the water. See how the people react.
You look up Palestine.
What do you mean?
You look up Palestine.
Oh, you want to jump right to it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just saying shit.
No. I'm just saying, like, You want to go into it? We
Hey,
can go
man. Hey.
I don't know.
There's a lot of questions, bro.
All right. So, okay. So where are we at currently? We were just looking at the state of affairs. That's all. We're not going to go into anything else.
Okay.
However, Google Palestine on your on Google Maps, anywhere, Apple Maps.
It still says Gaza on the land, but it shows that all of that is Israel now.
I'm gonna miss you.
I just saw it. Look, I'm just hey, don't kill the messenger. I just saw what I saw, man.
Bro,
like
don't tell them kill the messenger.
I'm pretty sure
bro.
everybody know, bro. Everybody knows about this.
No,
stuff.
we don't know any. I don't know anything. This is pure speculation. If anything, this is parody.
It's an opinion.
This is an opinion-based show, parody. It's comedy even. This is all stand-up.
It's stand-up comedy.
Like it's so bad that it's funny. All right, so this is where we're at. So there's peace talks. There's peace talks between heads of state from the U.S. J.D. Vance, who else? Kushner, Jared Kushner, and the head of some other department. They went into Islamabad. I think Pakistan is the one that's spearheading the talks.
They're facilitating it,
and they didn't come to an agreement.
Because there wasn't an agreement.
because there's no.
We're just telling them, hey, pay us reparations, open that bitch, and shut the fuck up. Like,
they're like,
this is how much you owe. This is the bill, motherfucker. Like,
here's the invoice.
And Iran's like, what, bro? There's nothing to negotiate here. What the hell are you talking about? Like, how we know this? I don't know. It's speculation, man.
It's just speculation. It's a parody.
We heard.
I heard
somewhere.
I heard a lot of
on
things.
YouTube and shit. Like, it was probably Gemini. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I heard a lot of things. It might be AI. Who knows? Okay, so what happens at this point? What's next?
Man,
they're attacking Lebanon now.
It seems like it's just about opening up and gathering more and more land, like one specific country. They're just, hey, we're gonna mess these people up. It's so weird, man. And I hope that like I'm not saying too much here, but like let's take a look at October 7th. Like when it all started with Hamas, that they went to that festival in Israel and they went haywire and they killed a lot of people. It's like, where was the security at? It's almost kind of like, like, let's make this as worse as we can. So when we retaliate, it's worth it. I don't know. It's so weird. So it seems like a theatrical play. Like, it's just, hey, this is how it's going to play out because we got to go over there.
It seems that way.
It seems that way. I don't know. I don't know anything.
It just seems that the most highly secured nation on earth with an iron dome capable of defending against several ballistic missiles at any given time for a high quantity, high powered missiles can't defend against people in parachutes.
Don't enrich uranium. Don't enrich uranium. That's what I meant to say. That's where this all came from. It was like, oh, fuck the people y'all killed over here. You're enriching uranium? Oh, nah. We're going to get y'all asses. What the hell? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
But, okay. So these people have been threatened to complete annihilation in one night by a certain leader or a group of people. And they're expected to play ball and play nice after a direct threat as well. Purely speculation. This is I'm not an expert in anything.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
I'm simply looking at what they're allowing me to see. The algorithms that I'm seeing, because no one's watching the news anymore. It's on our phones.
You can't even watch CNN anymore and be like, oh, this is true.
You can't. So this is just what I'm seeing. I'm just questioning it. I don't know if anything is for a
Let's
fact.
just hope it's not AI that's showing us all
It might be AI. It might be AI. But just based on what you've been seeing, obviously this whole Iran actually fending for itself was not something that we thought would happen.
Yeah.
At all. We thought
Well, I
He's
mean,
about-
they've been talking about it for years, but it's just finally now like it's become a real big problem. It's so weird, man, because I think when was it when I started getting into the whole Iran conflict? Um, I think the what's his name again?
Who?
Ayatollah
Kamani.
Kamani. I think that's who it was that came on the Tucker Carlson interview, and they sat down, they spoke, and he was saying, "Man, we're looking to negotiate with the United States, and they're talking about blowing us up now when they were being accused of enriched uranium."
Right.
And the guy seems so rational.
Right.
You know, he was like, "Man, we've been talking about sitting down and meeting and talking and figuring this out. We don't want to go to war." He was saying all this stuff. But then how it all went down is kind of like, I don't know, you know, maybe I don't know too much, but, you know, from what I heard in that interview, it seemed like he was trying to sit down with Israel and with the United States, and they were just not having it. Or either they were just trying to, I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I don't know, you know, and I just don't want to be a blabbering idiot.
But here's the thing. These are all people. These are all people.
Just like you and me. Yeah.
We know how people can be manipulative. They can say that we were saying this, we were saying that. The Ayatollah could be, he's a master manipulator. Yeah. Everybody that's in power is very charming. They know how to talk to the people. They know how to move people.
Yep.
So it's, hey, we were trying to talk to them. He seems reasonable, but it's not necessarily true either. So.
Yeah, so it's very hard to make out what all this is because there's just so much information coming from all kinds of directions, and it's
so what kind of possibilities do we see with this conflict? I mean, does anybody ever win a war? Actually,
I mean, shit.
Is it like a conquered, just total destruction? Okay, let's just take a look at some of the ones that I've already, like Afghanistan, Iraq. What's the other one?
Moscow.
No, I'm talking about the U.S.
Yeah, we were in conflict
with Moscow.
Yeah,
when?
It was probably like 99, 97, I think.
Talking about like the Cold War?
No, bro. I'm sorry, not Moscow. I am so sorry. It was not Moscow. It was a province of Russia. I can't remember. Man, it was something kind of like the movie Behind Enemy Lines, where one of our planes crashed. It's not Moscow. That's Russia. Mm-hmm. There was a country, man, that we something happened and it ended up becoming a big deal, and it was over one fighter jet that ended up getting shot down over there.
Well, I gotta bring.
Well, okay, they keep going. Yeah, there's more.
I gotta bring this up. Talking about a shot down plane. Did you hear about the plane? I think they shot down two, but the last one, I think it was like a week or 2 weeks ago, they shot down a plane. The pilot ejected, and he was somewhere in Iran. Look, they wanted to get him back.
And I heard that they went out there trying to find him or something like that.
Eventually, they did get him back, but
then there's another one.
No, they got that one back as well.
Oh, okay.
I think, but that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is, they used a very strange technology to find him. They used something called a ghost murmur. Essentially, they have the technology to track down someone's heartbeat. And that's how they found him. Okay, cool. That's great. An American hero was found safe, back to his home. Hell yeah. But what does that technology imply in the general population? There's no hiding. They can find you by your heart. If you have a heartbeat, they're gonna find you.
Temperature. They can find you by temperature, infrared.
They can hear your heart. They can look through walls. They have satellite imagery.
They can look through walls. I've seen that.
You can now turn on the sun with an app by a satellite.
How much is it again? $1,000 an hour?
It's $1,000 an hour.
That is ridiculous. I heard that China made another sun. What was the other one? Japan. They're trying to make some kind of ring around the moon to power up the Earth. I don't know. There's so much shit going on. The weapons that they used to go to Venezuela.
Right. They use some sort of sonic hypersonic just
all the soldiers that were there that went through
audible-
this, they explained, they described their
experience.
their experience, how it went down. They couldn't believe that shit. They were throwing up. They couldn't understand what the hell was going on. They couldn't hear.
It was weird that they went in there uncontested. I mean, a couple shots here and there, maybe like an injury, 1 or 2 got shot.
But nobody died.
But to go into a foreign nation who knows you're coming
and you take their
and
president
go uncontested. Has that happened before?
What, like 8 guys?
It was a little bit more than that because
there 18 guys.
Because in the first videos that I saw, it was like at least 6 planes hovering over Caracas. So that's got to have at least 4, 1 pilot, co-pilot, 4 in the back. So give or take.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe some ground troops from other areas because they're right. Like it's a very coastal place. Well, you got to cross a lot of mountains to get there as well. But who knows? Obviously, it was an inside job. A lot of Venezuela's inner circle, I'm sure, sold them out. I mean, how are you gonna fight against the empire? You either die.
Yeah, yeah.
But
who are we, man?
I don't know. Dude.
Are we on that side, bro? Like
what,
the U.S.?
Look, that's these stories, these speculative stories, completely speculative. Maybe it's AI, maybe it's we don't know what it is.
It's a movie.
That's why this isn't a discussion. This isn't a TED Talk. This isn't a
it's not.
We're simply asking questions. We're maybe misguided. If you have any other information, let us know.
If you could straighn us out, shit.
Because this is one of the most confusing times in history.
There's so many questions.
Literally everything could be fake. Mm-hmm. Every video you see always comes
question everything.
It comes with a question mark. Mm-hmm. Is that real? And even real videos are getting marked as AI when I've seen these videos maybe 10, 15 years ago. And maybe that was AI too. Maybe they've had this technology for more than 2021 when ChatGPT came into mainstream. We're just asking questions. Is that still legal? I guess we'll find out. If you're seeing this video, but yeah, we're just asking questions. So my hope, the evidence is clear. A lot of places have, the ones that are in major conflict for the past 2-3 years have not used a nuclear weapon. So you gotta think that there's still humanity left in this sick, demented world. I don't think it's sick. I think it's a very small population that makes it seem that way because they're very large. They're very loud. They're very loud and vocal. But the rest of us, we're cool. It's just this fucking cancer on humanity.
But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How much do you know about El Salvador right now?
How much do I know about it?
Yeah.
Well, I know what I've been shown. I've been shown that there is a benevolent dictator. And dictator, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing.
But what does dictator mean?
Dictator means he's dictating what happens, bro. Like it's my way or the highway.
Okay.
It's like,
so would you say that a dictator said that there's no other parties?
Say it again?
Any other government parties?
Say it one more time.
Is it fair to say that a dictator would say,
yes,
my party is the only party and that's it?
Yes. Well, that would happen in a democracy as well, where we see that here. Like the other is bullshit.
Yeah, but the thing, no, there's just a different mentality, a different mindset. Is people think different, bro?
Right, but they would never agree with them being in power, or like maybe they do have a point.
The majority probably.
What do you mean?
Okay, so like in this case, right? Trump is our president right now, right? You could say that maybe there's more people that are conservative versus liberal. Okay. Just based off of how many, like I think we've had this conversation before, but is in my perspective, in my experience, it is safe to say that most Christians are red. Okay. And there's a lot of Christians, right? So like, let's say like in El Salvador, I believe there's 10 different political parties. Okay. And they can all, they can all compete as far as like who's going to be chosen next, to be voted in to govern the country.
Right. But just like any other dictator before him, it always starts off slow. I agree with a lot of the things that Bukele is doing.
Okay, well, what I was trying to get to was this, because
But he's changed the Constitution.
You started off with saying dictator, right? So like I'm trying to, I was trying to get to the mankind part, the humanitarian part, because you said there's got to be some kind of human, like, emotion towards like everybody else. Like, hey, things are kind of fucked up. Let's bring this back. Like, we love each other, right? Like,
okay, but I mentioned the word dictator has a negative connotation already. When you say dictator, it's like bad.
It is bad.
Not necessarily.
You don't let anybody else.
Okay, sure. But when we look at democracies or a what do they call it? They don't call it democracy here. Like hardcore conservatives don't call it a democracy. They call it a constitutional republic, or what do they call it?
I guess
they call it something like that.
Yeah,
I'm a little gone off the.
You're good, bro. You're good.
But essentially, what happens here? Supposedly we have two parties. One party gets in power for up to 8 years. They try to enact change. That change takes time to actually grab hold of the society and make a significant change, right? And then eventually the other side comes and takes it all down. So it's kind of like a build, destroy on either side, right? So it's like, does anything ever change? Because there's that theory, nothing ever changes, right? Everything remains the same. There's never actually any change. Hold on. So in if there was a true democracy there and El Salvador kept going the way it is, it would continue to be that way without a dictatorship. Someone has to be like, look, we have to do it that way. It does. If I listen to you about human rights and they have to have a fair trial, it's just going to be more of the same. Like, no, these people cannot be fixed. I know some people are not going to be involved with some of this, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to take hold of everything to completely fix, and that's exactly what he did. Everyone that was tatted up, MS-13, all these people, it's extreme what he did, but it was a necessary thing that he had to do. So that's what a dictator does. It's like, I'm not asking permission. I know this is a thing, and I need to do this thing in order for a positive thing to happen.
All right. Okay. So what does a governing body do for its people? Or are they supposed to do anything for its people?
The governing body is supposed to be the one that manages what the people want, because the people are busy running this shit, like working it. They're supposed to be the ones that are like handling the bookkeeping. It's like at a job. You're out there doing the sales, blah blah blah. The politicians are supposed to be the bookkeepers. You're keeping score of what the spend is, what the profit is, the organization. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You work for me because I'm actually doing the work. The people are too busy to bookkeep. So that's what the politicians are supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be public servants, but they've completely flipped it, and now they become some sort of royalty. Oh, the fucking president. No, you serve the people. You do the work on the end when it comes to putting it down on paper from what we tell you to do, not what you tell us to do.
Do you know how long I can say this because I grew up with the family that they're from over there, and
right.
They went through it, and I've seen it all my life.
Right.
Do you know how many years before Bukele, that country was being ran by people that were keeping the people down?
I'm guessing a long time.
A very long time.
Yeah.
So, what Bukele did, it was done in a very short amount of time. What was supposed to be done in all them years. Of course, all these people tatted on the face, that came from somewhere too, and supposedly that came from Los Angeles.
Okay.
They started in prison, being in jail in LA, and then they got deported. They came over here. That whole mentality just grew into something else, and it turned terrible, right? So they were over here, killing people, telling them, you give me your money or I'm gonna kill you. And that was like every day, bro. Like people extortion. So like people really couldn't do much, right? So like when you were talking about humanitarianism, I think that's what you were trying to say. Like, there's some type of humanitarianism, right? Like, us as humans, we're supposed to feel something for other people and be like, man, I'm sorry you're going through this.
No. I literally meant humanitarian organizations like so that organization that doesn't do anything, the fucking United Nations.
So I was trying to get to that point because the thing is this, in El Salvador, while all this was going on, and I think that's where the whole thing about dictatorship came out, was because the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, the organizations that they're humanitarian, they came out talking about, hey man, you can't be treating them prisoners like that.
Right.
You can't be, putting them in prison, killing them. You're over there hunting them like dogs. And he's like, all right, so let's do this. How about you take care of them? Yeah. Come pick them up. I'll give them to you 2 for 1 or 1 for 2. Yeah. Like, come pick them up. It's like, in reality, bro, what's going on? Like, the people have never been so much happier, bro, since all this started happening. Right. So it's like the majority of the people want this to continue. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's
I agree with you.
I don't think that is a dictator.
I agree with you.
He's still giving everybody a chance to vote for who, right?
Right.
To Absolutely. Make it better. Hey, what does better look like? Right. Where we're at right now, right. where they're at right now.
Right.
I've been going to there, bro, like since all that shit stopped. I've been going like a lot.
Right.
And I love it over there.
Right.
And it's just, bro, it's like, man, like, I don't know. I didn't want to get into a tangent of this, but when I heard you say dictator, it's like, damn, bro.
I said,
let's unpack this real quick. Like,
but if you look at this video again, I'd say I don't necessarily think dictator is a bad thing.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have said it regardless.
Because no, listen.
You want to make a point?
No, listen. Because you have it in your head that dictator equals bad.
Okay,
everyone does.
Show me where dictator is good.
Gaddafi.
And I might be wrong.
Gaddafi.
Yeah. Okay, Gaddafi. Okay, yeah. So, explain Gaddafi.
Okay, Gaddafi.
Because I've heard about Gaddafi and I heard a lot of good things.
Okay.
But then we know about the bad stuff too.
Okay, Gaddafi. So, what does a dictator do? A dictator is a person. Mm-hmm. A person can be corrupted by power, mm-hmm. or a dictator like Marcus Aurelius. I'm just saying he dictates what happens. I am the final say. I don't talk to Congress. I don't go against.
Okay.
It's a king. It's a king. So it's
all like, of you govern. Are you other legislation, Supreme Congress? Like y'all don't tell me what I'm gonna decide.
Exactly, because
I make the decision.
Because look at any. Let's just put it down to a household. Imagine you're the father. And then you know how shit is supposed to be ran. Mm-hmm. And at every turn, you have fucking somebody telling you something. When are you ever going to get shit done? If we elect a different president every single time, and he's like, okay, now we're going to do XYZ, we're going to not tax this, and then the next one comes, yeah, we're going to tax it now. It's just never going to be any action going forward. There's never going to be any sort of real change. Because it's building, destroying. So what a dictator does, someone that dictates what happens, is, look, this is my vision, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're not going to debate this. I know this to be true. Whether it's accurate or it's not, he believes it. But nonetheless, there's going to be change. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad. In many instances, it's very bad because power corrupts absolutely. Most dictators, they're human like us. They get so much power that they don't care. They eventually don't care about the people. It's all about staying in control, right? But there's people like Marcus Aurelius who wrote very varying philosophical ways. He had ultimate power in the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the Roman Empire.
And what happened?
It fell. All empires fell.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, but they're like the longest lasting.
Right. But what I'm saying is we're going back to the dictator. So it's someone that can be benevolent. It's rare, but it can happen. It can be a Bukele. It can be a Gaddafi. So what Gaddafi was doing was he was nationalizing his own currency, because the world runs on the petrodollar, the U.S. dollar. That's the way that the U.S. is so wealthy, is because everyone's playing ball with it, even though it's in $1 trillion of debt. So how is it that it's the richest and the most in debt? Well, They're all playing its international game of petrodollars. If you're not playing along with it, it's losing. How do you play ball? Well, we have to go in there and do some military operations. This is all speculation. But
what is that? There is an organization that lets countries borrow money.
I'm not sure. Never heard of that.
It came from here.
The Rothschilds?
No. So there is something, it's an acronym, but there is something that it can't, I think it came from the Fed. You know what, before I start fucking saying bullshit, the countries borrow money from an American entity. What's the acronym? Because El Salvador is like the first country to pay off their debt.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is because you're saying that, you know, a lot of countries, well, the United States is in debt, but then again, there's a lot of countries in debt with the U.S. So it's like,
sure.
You know, so like
everybody's in debt.
Okay, it's called the IMF, which stands for the International Monetary Fund.
Who controls that?
While it is an international organization rather than a strictly American one, it is headquartered in Washington, D.C. And the United States is its largest shareholder, which often leads to the perception of it being an American-led entity.
Right. Okay, let me finish off the last
go ahead. I'm sorry.
on the dictatorship. So I agree with you. I know with me calling him a dictator, it gives a negative connotation because you hear dictator, I hear bad. But that's just what we've been told. I mean, a lot of other nations would call the current leadership a dictatorship. Mm-hmm. So, and we would say, no, he was elected. But he's kind of just bypassing Congress, which is usually what happens in wartime. And I think they just currently overthrew that decision, I think yesterday. Like, nope, you don't have to say anything. Well, that kind of sounds like... But anyways, what I'm saying is, Bukele is also a human. Yeah. He can also be, just anybody can be corrupted. Anybody. I'm not saying just him.
No, that's true.
So it's like, okay, so it starts off slow. It's like, okay, Hitler does this. Okay, I like how he talks. I like how he did. And eventually, like, they didn't just one day, like,
so do this. Let me show you, because that's true what you're saying. Because the FMLN, everybody that knows about El Salvador knows who they are. These guys were all about the people at first, and the war that happened in El Salvador was the government against the farmers. They were able to get together and they put their weapons together and they started trying to defend themselves with the people, and a lot of stuff happened. The United States got involved. They started giving helicopters and tanks to the government so they could go fight against the people. So yeah, the FMLN initially, from what I understand, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but they were fighting for the people. And yes, you know, they do anything that's good starts off good for a cause, and then it works its way up to...
That's what I'm saying. So when you hear him...
Like, a lot of people do say that about Bukele.
Of course, and I didn't agree with them. I'm like, no, that looks fantastic. It was the #1 murder capital of the world.
Yeah.
But when it starts off slow, we start to rename bodies of water, and then eventually we're bombing other countries and taking other leaderships. It started with the renaming of the water. As funny as a lot of people think, well, yeah, it's ours. It's a test. It's pushing the line. So when someone starts talking about changing the Constitution, what's supposed to be the foundation of everything, I'm like, okay, it's good, but what happens when you die? Someone else is going to change it as well. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm not saying
that's what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate you for this conversation.
So that's how we're going to end that one.
Man.
We're probably at like an hour. I got to go to sleep. I hope y'all enjoyed that conversation. If y'all have anything to say, keep it to yourselves. Leave it in the comments, and we'll see what else we can talk about. Hopefully, there's a tomorrow, and a lot of the speculation on what's going on.
What's the Fourth Amendment?
I don't know.
Something to do with speech.
What?
Is that the Fourth Amendment?
I thought it was the first.
Is that? Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Freedom of speech is the First Amendment. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Freedom of speech, and then right to bear arms, and the right to bear arms is so you can protect the first one.
Yeah.
So what's the fourth? Now I want to know. I only care about the second, brother.
Oh, damn. I was totally...
Whoa.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I apologize. The Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution protects individuals against unreasonable searches and seizures by the government.
Yeah.
And the Second Amendment exists so you can protect yourself
against all the other
against
ones.
tyranny.
There you go. All right, guys.
Hey, brother.
Peace out.